there, fellow Star Wars nerds, and welcome to Unlimited Content, the podcast where two brothers talk about all of Star Wars film and TV in chronological order on the internet as an excuse to hang out more. We're your hosts, Sam and Jack, and this week we're talking about the Clone Wars Season 5, Episodes 15 and 16, Shades of Reason and the Lawless. Jack Ford.
Sam Ford.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you? How you feeling?
I'm feeling just fine. Fine and dandy. The weather is great outside. I was able to have the windows open in my house, and like the AC was off because it was like 65 degrees outside. It was perfect. But you know what's not perfect? Bills.
Excellent.
Bills are not perfect.
What? No, they're not.
No.
I think we should just dismantle the whole system of capitalism so we can do away with bills. But
I agree. But
that's a lot of work.
Do we have a perfect sponsor though? An unlimited perfect sponsor.
We have the most unlimited and most limited to this episode.
Okay, cool. That's fine. Acceptable.
But unlimited in terms of their generosity to us for this episode.
And within the content of this episode, they are unlimited. So
yes, our perfect sponsor this week. This week's episode of Unlimited Content is brought to you by the smell of a candle that has just been blown out.
Ooh.
Do you like that smell, Sam? Because I like that smell.
I do like that smell. Hold on a second. You're going to pick this up on the recording, but there are cats fighting in my basement right now. Like stray cats wrestling directly underneath me.
Stray cats in your basement?
Yes.
Well then.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, our basement is open to the elements. I mean, it's not supposed to be, but it is. Because this house is like 120 years old and is also a landlord special. So... Yeah, the cats live in the basement during the winter. All the strays in the neighborhood, they just kind of hang out downstairs. Two of the stray cats that we've adopted were definitely born underneath our back porch, which is on the other side of the wall to my left. Yeah. So,
I mean, the law of cat owners, like, really applies to y'all, doesn't it?
It does.
They congregate around you.
That they do. I don't exactly like it all the time. Because I am tripping over a cat every time I walk in and out of my house. It's always it's the one cat, it's Zorro. I'm always because he's the most our cat of the outside cats. Mm-hmm. Like he literally we put a collar on him. I should probably take that off. But yeah, I don't know.
I didn't even know y'all still had Zorro.
Well, he's outside. He doesn't come inside ever. But he's around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So he's like a neighborhood cat now?
Yeah.
Or, okay, interesting.
He's a neighborhood cat who mostly lives at our house. And by our house, I mean my front porch.
Gotcha. Tripping over cats, possible name for this episode.
Tripping over cats.
Anyway, but yeah, back to our sponsor. I got into scented candles recently. Not really into, but like I've never like tried scented candles before.
Yes.
Until I found one at HEB that's like a Texas, like a local brand that's like all Texas themed scents. And so this one was like Texas Thunderstorm. And I was like, oh, that sounds like a cool smell.
Yeah. And was it?
And so I got that. It was, I liked it. It was good. It was like nice and kind of subtle, but like relaxing. Mm-hmm. It's good.
Good.
But yeah, so I've had that one and I've had another one, but the thing that I've noticed the most about it is just that I really like the smell of as soon as you blow out a candle, what it smells like.
Yes.
Is that just like the smoke of the melting wax, or like what is it? I don't know.
It's just this. It's just. I think so, or maybe it's the wick itself.
Mm-hmm. One of those. Yeah. So I'm gonna get Hank Green in here.
Yeah, Hank, come on,
explain it to us.
This episode of Limited Content is also sponsored by Hank Green. Maybe.
Is it? That'd be cool. Hank, want to hang out?
Hank, be our friend. Sponsor our podcast. And by that, I mean just like acknowledge our existence. That's all we want. We love you. Love you.
You don't have thousands of people vying for your attention at any given time, Hank Green. I'm sure you've got time to just chill with us.
Noted not busy person, Hank Green.
Noted everything doer, Hank Green.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's been a couple weeks since we last recorded. Sam, what have you been up to? How have things been going?
Things have been pretty good. So not this like week that we just finished, but the week before that. So, Mom was in town, stayed with me at the house, hung out with Marion while I was at work. We had a great time. Whilst she was in town, Jack, are you familiar with the Great Green Room with a telephone and a red balloon and a picture of a cow jumping over the moon and 3 little bears sitting in chairs? With Mom and Marion, went in the Great Green Room.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I entered the Great Green Room.
Did you Blue Skidoo Weekend 2 into the book? Did you?
Just about. So there is a place here in Kansas City called the Rabbit Hole. And the Rabbit Hole is... I
like it already.
It is a children's family exhibit all about children's books. And they are it's like a kind of a playground art exhibit that brings books to life. And there's each little exhibits for all these. And their big thing is they have the Great Green Room that you can go in.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so good.
And in all of the spots, with all these little exhibits, they have the books that those books are, that space is based on. So you can, with your kids, read the book in the setting of the book.
That's amazing.
It's so cool.
That's like a weird Inception situation.
It is. Yeah. It's been open for a little over a year now. Never gotten the chance to go to it, but when I was at my old job, I would drive by it on my way home from work every day. Because it's in this old industrial park, right off the highway, but there's these big pink neon rabbits on the top of the roof, so it doesn't say the rabbit hole, it just has 3 rabbits jumping on it. So I saw it every day. I'm I always wanted to go. And apparently Tony and Maureen and their kids, they came up to Kansas City for a thing, and they went and visited it and couldn't say anything but good things about it and how fun it was. That's awesome. Yeah, and it was really, really cool. Amazing. Yeah, we enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, I
love immersive art exhibits and things like that. And, cool museums, and that's amazing. That's also a great thing for, I feel Mom and Marion specifically to do, because Marion is at that age, and Mom is a lover of children's books.
Yes, and art. It's very artsy fartsy too.
Very much.
Just it's walking through. It's
so fartsy and artsy.
It's very fartsy. Mostly artsy, but there's some fartsy in there. There's kids. It just happens. Everybody farts. Everybody poops. Fartsy. That's a kid's book.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't have that one, but but they did in.
They didn't have the poop from Everybody Poops.
No, they didn't.
in the gallery.
In the bathroom, it's Captain Underpants themed.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, and that's great. The big toilet monster is in one of the stalls.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
So you open one of the stalls and it's just a life size giant. I don't remember what it's called, but it's the giant robot toilet. It's really fun.
That's amazing. That's great.
It's super fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. So we did that. It was good having Mom in town, and while she was in town, we watched the first half of the Disney Imagineering docuseries on Disney Plus. All about the history of Imagineering, and from the inception of Disneyland to kind of the WED Studios or WED. I think do they call it WED or WED?
WED Enterprises.
WED Enterprises. That's what it is. Yeah. And kind of
this is the kind of thing that I'm a nerd for.
I know, and that's why I'm excited to talk to you about it, because it's great.
Yes.
And then it kind of how it kind of developed into Imagineering, and how the passing of Walt Disney affected all of the stuff, and it's really, really cool. I like it a lot. Excellent. We only watched half of it, but every time Mom comes in town, for the last, I guess the last 2 trips that Mom has come in town, we've watched some Disney docuseries on Disney Plus. Because last time we watched the Industrial Light and Magic one, and that was one of the best docuseries I've ever seen. I loved it. It was so much fun. It was so cool. Awesome. It was just a very constant oh wow, they did that's so cool. Just mind blowing, awe and wonder kind of stuff. This one, it's more historical than kind of awe and wonder kind of thing, but it's still really good. Yeah.
That's excellent. Yeah, I've been wanting to watch that documentary. I think it's by I think the person who made the documentary is Leslie Iwerks.
Yes.
Who, I don't know if they probably don't talk about this in the documentary, but cool thing about her is I think she's maybe the granddaughter, or maybe daughter or granddaughter of Iwerks, who was Walt Disney's partner in crime back early Disney animation, like Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, that kind of thing.
And he's either him or his son. His son was involved. I think she's the granddaughter.
Gotcha.
Who directed it, but I guess her dad, his son, was also very involved. I think there was an iWorks featured prominently on screen, and I'm assuming it's not the old guy because he would have. He was old and probably not around anymore. Just a theory, can't confirm. But I mean, we could. I'm not going to.
Walt Disney, how old would Walt Disney be now? Like
he'd be 120.
Oh right, yeah, no, yeah, exactly. I'm just
because he died in the 60s in the
young.
60s.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, never mind that.
Yeah,
I was like, what? No, actually, probably not.
Yeah. But it's all the documentary is also narrated by Angela Bassett, which is really cool.
Ooh,
yeah,
excellent.
Yeah,
always cool to see who what amazing celebrity actor they get to narrate whatever documentary. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, so I've been wanting to watch that. I have within the last few months rewatched all of Defunctland season 3, I think it is. You're familiar with we've talked about Defunctland.
We have talked about it, yes.
Okay. But yeah, the season 3 of Defunctland was all like the kind of the unifying theme of it was essentially a trip through all of Walt Disney, like from the beginning of Walt Disney's life to the end of his life, talking about his journey to like building theme parks and how all the things that he did and all the things that he experienced as a young boy and then through building his animation studio and everything, how that all affected his theme park business and his creative drive there. Loved that whole series. Defunctland is just a great YouTube channel in general. But I definitely want to watch the Leslie iWorks documentary on Disney Plus too, because that sounds great.
Yeah.
And then next time Mom's in town, if you ever looking for another thing to watch, you can watch the John Williams documentary that I told you about last time.
Yes, we were gonna watch it, but we realized it's just like an hour and a half long thing, and we it had the first time she was in town, it was we sat down every night and watched one episode of the docuseries, and it kind of was nice. It was nice, kind of like.
So you wanted something.
Yeah, this is what we're doing every night, kind of thing. This trip was different for a whole multitude of reasons, and also this documentary didn't hold my attention as well, and I was way more exhausted after work than I was working an office job. So there were sometimes I would just literally fall asleep while watching the documentary. Not because the documentary was boring, because it wasn't, but because I was just dead dog tired.
Dead tired, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Rad.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad you got to watch that. What else are you up
to? I have watched so much Dragon Ball Z. So much. It's
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Dragon Ball Z. That's right. Yeah. I love it. It's good. That's just kind of this is what I do on my lunch break. Is I get a 30-minute lunch break, and I'm able to time it usually where I can order Chick-fil-A ahead of time, walk in, pick it up, walk out, drive back to where I was on the route, park, and I got 20 minutes to eat my food and watch a 20-minute episode of Dragon Ball Z. And it's perfect.
Excellent.
Perfect
timing.
I love it.
Amazing.
Yep. But I don't remember how long it was since I started rewatching Dragon Ball Z. It was, it's got to be within the last month and a half. But I am 73 episodes in to the series. These are 20-minute episodes. You can do the math, but that's a lot of time I've spent. I think it's over 24 hours of Dragon Ball Z that I've watched. Yes, I find my hyper focuses and I latch onto them, and it takes me a long time to get off of them. And
that is always really nice when you're sometimes it's hard to find that sometimes where you're I want to have a show that I'm really into that I can consistently go back to on my lunch breaks or something. I always like when I have a show like that, and then whenever the show that I'm watching runs out or I catch up, I'm oh, what do I do now?
Yeah,
it's such a nice easy, comforting thing because it makes one less decision that you have to make during the day, and it's it's just great when you get into a groove of this is a good thing that I like.
Oh yeah.
So
one of the things I noticed this time around watching, because last time I watched it, I think I was still in middle school last time. Like I sat down and watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z.
Are you watching? You're watching Dragon Ball Z Kai.
Dragon Ball Z Kai.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I'm not 100%
sort
sure.
of a half remake, half remaster sort of situation.
Yes. Yeah. So it's remastered for like widescreen from like the 16:9 versus like the 4:3 or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's remastered, and some of the scenes are redubbed. Before we started recording, I was talking to Jack about. I was talking to you, audience. I was talking to Jack about the one thing that I've noticed from the redub that annoyed me is
right.
They don't say it's over 9,000 in this.
That's ridiculous.
They switch it to 8,000, which 9,000 is also over 8,000. And like there are no numbers on the screen. It's all, I don't know if you've like looked at like what their scanner is, like because you can see like the text. It's squares and circles and triangles. There are you can say whatever, and the power scaling in Dragon Ball Z, it's all made up. Like
yeah,
like this is a Star Wars podcast where like the lore is so like it has to be perfect. Everything has to fit within the set of rules in the universe and all this stuff. Dragon Ball Z is so fast and loose with everything.
Everything's made up and the points don't matter.
Yes, and I love it. It's so much fun. Yeah. So there's that. But the one thing I noticed this time around that I didn't really appreciate the first time I watched it was just how great of an entrance Trunks has when he shows up. Are you familiar with the character of Trunks, Jack? Yeah,
he's the one with like the Jack and the white hair.
Yeah,
is that right?
Yeah, he's got purple hair, but yes, it's like light lavender.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So
like I can imagine him in my head, and it was white in my head.
Yeah. So
anyway. Yeah.
So the first like 55 episodes, Goku learns he's a Saiyan, like because in Dragon Ball he's just like I fell to earth. It was like very like Superman, like someone found me in a capsule in the middle of a field, and I was raised by this elderly man, and he happened to be a martial arts master, blah, blah, and then I learned how to do martial arts. And Goku's just like this indestructible like 8-year-old who like is really like really good at learning martial arts. And then in Dragon Ball Z, it's skip forward like 20 something years. He's an adult. He has a kid, and he like learns like other Saiyans come to Earth, like looking to like conquer Earth and stuff, and they find him and like, oh, you're a Saiyan, you are Kakarot, that's his Saiyan name. He's like, I don't know, I'm just Goku, I don't know what you're talking about. So we go from like him like not knowing what a Saiyan is. 50 episodes later, he finally achieves Super Saiyan, which is like he like can transform. He's got this new like found like power, and then like 3 episodes, so we got this like whole 50 episode build up to like he's struggling and training and working his butt off for literally years to like achieve like the level of Super Saiyan. And then like 3 episodes later, he's back on Earth, and like Frieza, the villain that he just defeated, came back, was hunting him down, and Trunks shows up. No one, like, you've never seen Trunks, you don't know who he is. He's got the coolest like character design of any character ever. He's got this like purple denim jacket. He's got a sword. No one else has swords in Dragon Ball Z. Like, he has a sword. And then he just like he shows up and just like is immediately Super Saiyan. Like, who the heck? Like Vegeta has like been trying and is like having an existential crisis because he can't keep up with Goku. And then out of nowhere, Trunks is like snap fingers, I'm a Super Saiyan. And then just like Goku spent 20 episodes trying to kill Frieza, and Trunks kills him in about 5 seconds. It's insane. So just like
that's amazing.
Just like oh my god, Trunks is nuts. But Trunks is also from the future and is Vegeta's kid. Surprise! That's fun.
Oh
yeah. Vegeta and Bulma had a kid, and he came back. It's like very like Terminator, come back from the future to change the future kind of thing. Yeah. It's cool. I love it. Trunks has like always been like my one of my favorite like anime characters of all time. He's just literally the coolest character I've ever seen, and I'm obsessed. I love it. I could ramble forever about Dragon Ball Z. It's so much fun, but I don't have like there's no like well-formed thoughts in my brain about Dragon Ball Z. I'm just like, this is cool. I love it. It was the thing. It's sick.
And sometimes that's all you need, right?
Yeah.
Is oh my god, this is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah. It's a dumb, stupid popcorn show. Like, I love it. I love
that's kind of how I feel about Transformers.
Yes.
Is like that's my like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing ever.
Mhm.
Like I don't have any like articulate thoughts to say about it. I'm just like,
yeah,
robot truck,
like,
it's so cool. Yeah, yeah.
And he,
Exactly.
Yeah, he turned into a truck and drove away, and then showed up and punched a guy. It was awesome. Yeah,
It was awesome.
it was awesome.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you have anything else going on? Oh, I made regular at work. That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I don't have to work Sundays anymore, which is awesome.
That's excellent.
And
That's
I can
amazing.
get my own route now. So I've put in bids for a route. I'm waiting to hear back if I get that route, but we'll see.
Yes. Work consistency is such a big thing.
Yes. So I have every Sunday off, and then my supervisor is super cool, and she's giving me like, you can have Wednesday off every week if you want until you have a route, because like there's the days off go with the route. It's just a rotating. You get Sunday and then a rotating day off.
Gotcha.
But for now, he's like, you can just have Wednesdays off. I need to ask for a different one because I had been like meeting my therapist on my day off, but Wednesday doesn't work for him anymore. Like he's just like booked up
Gotcha.
perpetually on Wednesdays. So I'm like, hey, can I like, I don't know if I should like ask to have a different day off next week, or if I'm gonna like have a route and that route has a day off and I don't get a choice. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of, I don't know. I do need to talk to my therapist though. So, anyway, but yeah. So I made regular. I don't have to work Sundays anymore.
Yay!
Life is good.
Congratulations.
Yep. Yep. And I built some Legos.
Cool.
Jack,
Yeah, what was that Lego set?
Jack,
I know what it was.
do you want to see the Lego set? Can I show you?
Yeah? Oh, show me. Yes.
Yeah, it's across the room. I have to grab it. Give me a second.
Okay. He's getting up. He's going to get his Lego set. He's already sent me pictures of it, so I know what it is, and I know what it looks like, but I'm going to get a full tour, I assume. So. Oh, is he back? I think he's back.
Okay.
There he is. He's back.
Okay. Jack, you ready for this? Ready for this?
I don't think I am ready, but we'll do it. Ah! Oh, that looks so cool.
It is so cool.
So yeah, it's the episode 1 pod race.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's got Sebulba and it's got Anakin.
Yep.
It's a like a little Lego diorama situation, and they're going through I don't know, Beggar's Canyon or whatever it is on Tatooine. They're surrounded by sand, and they're going through a loop, and it's it's super cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's
so I guess it was part of the 25th anniversary of Star Wars Legos, and it's got this cool. It's got like a Qui-Gon Jinn quote on the thing, and it says,
"Nice.
Remember, concentrate on the moment. Feel, don't think. Use your instincts."
Excellent.
It's. I love it. I was having.
I have one of those.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
Yeah, because I was having a rough week this past week, and I was talking with Mom and Dad, and Mom literally said, "Sam, go get some Legos. Go buy Legos and just something to get your mind off of it." So literally,
good advice. Yeah,
it's great advice. Mom knows me very well. Thank you, Mom. But so I put Marion to bed last night, and then kind of vegged for an hour, and I was like, I don't have work tomorrow because it's Sunday. I don't have work tomorrow. It's great. And so I was like, I'm just gonna start building this Lego set. I didn't think it was gonna take very long because it's not a huge box of Legos. I mean, it's about the size of a cereal box. I don't know. But there's so many tiny pieces. I didn't realize how long it was gonna take. And so I started building the set at 10:30. But also last night was daylight savings, so we sprung forward an hour.
So you lost an hour.
So I lost an hour. So I had Dragon Ball Z playing on my computer, and I cleared off my desk and just built it at my computer desk and was working on it. And then I finished and looked up, and it said it was 3:15. Oh god, oh no! So it only took me oh no! So I guess it took me 4 hours to build. 3.5. Oops. Oh well. I didn't have work today.
Yeah, you had fun doing it.
I did.
You never. Yeah, that's what days off are for.
Indeed. Okay, you had a Lego set.
Yeah.
Show me.
Yeah, so this was Mom and Dad, I believe, gave this to me either for Christmas or birthday in the last couple of years. But it's another diorama Star Wars scene set.
Yeah,
it's the Death Star trench run.
That's so cool. I almost got that one. That was the one because that was another, because it's the same set and series or whatever. Same,
it's the same sort of
same. It's got the same diorama base on it and stuff. But they're the same price, and this one was bigger. and says, "I'm gonna get the big one."
Gotcha. Yeah.
And also like
but
and also
when you said details though.
Yeah. Also, now this is pod racing. Now this
is pod racing.
Mm-hmm.
When you said details, I was like, I know exactly what you're talking about, because for the Death Star trench run, like, it's 2 TIE fighters, Vader's TIE fighter, and Luke's X-wing, and those are all like very tiny, very simple little builds. And then most of the build is you building like the section of the Death Star trench that they're flying through, and it's very, very detailed. There's so many tiny little greeblies and things. It's
there's
to
a
give
lot
it
of
kind of
things.
that sense of what it's supposed to look like. It's incredible. It's great.
I mean
and the cannon swivels.
Ooh,
so that's neat.
So fun. I love it. I love when Legos move.
Yes,
it's good. But yeah, same thing with the pod race Beggars Canyon thing, because it's all like these like most of the build was this rock face, and there's like an arch that the Anakin's pod is flying through, and then there's all like these little like pebbles and stuff, and like rubble and debris on the ground, because it's not like it's not just sand, because we don't like sand. It's rough and coarse and gets everywhere. But but yeah, no, because it's like rocks and stuff, and I love it. It's awesome. Yeah.
So I love Lego sets are just so like, they're on the expensive side, but if you can like afford to, I feel like there's a good balance where you can find one that's like $50 or something, and it'll take you an evening, like a full evening to put together. And I love like sitting down and zoning out and having a cool thing to put on my shelf afterwards. And yeah, it's just cool. It's fun. Very satisfying.
Yes.
Rad. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about, Sam?
No, not really. I mean, like, there's like Avengers and Daredevil stuff, but like nothing really exciting or interesting. Okay. Or, I mean, the first couple episodes of Daredevil will come out. I have not watched them yet. I want to. Haven't done it yet. I have a lot of other stuff. Gotcha. More important stuff, like all of Dragon Ball Z. All of it. Right now.
Gotta watch all of Dragon Ball Z before I can watch the new Daredevil. Yeah.
Yep. So I'll watch it in like 3 years. But yeah, no, that's all I got. What about you?
Well, speaking of long-running anime series, I have some friends who are very into One Piece. Sam, do you know anything about One Piece?
I just know that it's very long. There's like 1,000 episodes or something ridiculous.
Yeah, like I think within the last couple of years they got their 1,000th episode. And both the anime and the manga it's based on are still running. I believe the manga is nearing its end though. Like within the next couple years. There's also a live action adaptation of the series on Netflix that was very well received, that came out like last year, the year before. But anyway, so I've had some friends who have been like loving One Piece and just who love that series and that world and those characters, and I was like, that looks fun, but it seems like a lot. But a friend of mine introduced me to something called One Pace, which is a fan project that takes the anime and edits it down to be more like well paced and take out all the filler and make it more like accurate to the manga. So it's like, it takes, the 1,000-something episodes and condenses it down into something that you can more reasonably like binge through. So I'm a few episodes into that, and it's really fun. One Piece, it's a very like, the premise is that this is like a world of pirates. So there was this legendary pirate who's the king of the pirates who gets executed, but right before he gets executed, he like teases to everybody, be like, hey, I have my treasure is buried somewhere, and you can find it if you follow this map called the Grand Line to find my treasure. So that's like that kicks off a new era of piracy, of all these like adventurers wanting to become king of the pirates by finding this guy's treasure. And the show follows a kid named Monkey D. Luffy, who is just a young guy who wants more than anything to be the king of the pirates. He's very kind of happy-go-lucky, like carefree, but that's like his dream. And the other thing about him is that he ate a magic fruit that gave him the ability to like be stretchy. He's like made of rubber.
It's like a Mr. Fantastic kind of thing.
Yeah, basically, yeah. He can like stretch his body out and like so he's like invulnerable to bullets and things like. And so it's just this like skinny kid in a straw hat walking around being like totally unintimidated by the most fearsome pirates, because he's like, I'm gonna be king of the pirates and there's nothing you can do to stop me. Also, if you try to shoot me, nothing's gonna happen. So like it's just all these people being like, I'm gonna beat you up, kid, you're in over your head, and then they like try to beat him and they're like, oh no, we can't touch this kid.
Oh no.
Anyway, so I'm only a few episodes in to One Pace, the fan edit, but it's very good. It's very fun. I'm watching the English dub, so lots of great voice acting as well, and it's just very like it's a series of fun adventure stories with silly characters and over the top fantastical powers, like. Basically, so like the fruit that he eats is like part of there's like a series of these legendary like devil fruits is what they call them, and if you eat the devil fruit, it gives you like some sort of power, but also curses you to never be able to swim again. So Monkey D. Luffy is a kid who has these rubber powers, but also he can't swim,
but he wants to be a pirate.
Pirates.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I've only encountered one of the.
Could he not just like Elastigirl turned himself into a boat?
Maybe, but I haven't watched all 1,000 episodes yet. So
come on,
we'll see when we get there. But yeah, I've encountered one other character who's like to give you an idea of how silly this series can be sometimes, is like one of the villains they encounter early on is a clown themed pirate who ate a devil fruit that gave him the ability to split his body into many different like pieces that can just sort of levitate. So like his like hand can separate from his arm, and his arm can separate from his torso, and his head can separate from his neck, and like
what the heck?
So he's kind of like invincible in that way. It's over the top and it's silly, and there's all these like fun characters. It has a really good balance so far of like being very like silly, fun Saturday morning cartoon type anime while also being very heartfelt at times. Nice. And just like, yeah, it's great. I'm enjoying it a lot. So that's One Piece / One Pace.
Sweet.
And I'm slowly making my way through that.
Making your way downtown.
Another thing I watched, making my way downtown, walking fast. Another thing I watched is a movie called Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves.
Ooh,
have you seen this movie?
Is that the Chris Pine D&D movie?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard good things. I have not seen it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Honor Among Thieves is the D&D movie that came out within the last few years, and it stars Chris Pine among an ensemble cast. He plays a sort of a former hero turned kind of like adventuring bard guy, and it takes place in the world of Dungeons and Dragons, which is it's really cool because it's like this could have been very much just like a generic fantasy movie that they slapped the Dungeons and Dragons name on, but it's very like they reference all sorts of things that are like canon within the Dungeons and Dragons universe, you know, so like different locations, and it has like all of the most kind of iconic like creatures and monsters and things from Dungeons and Dragons. So like there's the gelatinous cube, there's the displacer beast, there's all sorts of like factions of characters and of people that exist in D&D canon that they're using in this. So it feels very much like this is made by D&D fans for D&D fans, and they did their homework, and that was cool. Not that I'm like super well versed in D&D lore, but
enough to know that you can tell they tried.
Exactly, yeah. And for example, I've talked about how much I love Baldur's Gate 3, which takes place in the D&D universe. It's a D&D game, and they like name drop Baldur's Gate a few times in the movie, and I was like, I'm gonna go play more Baldur's Gate after this because I want to. And I was like, I've been there in the game. That's cool. But yeah, it's so like from a lore perspective, they have all of that kind of going for it, but also it's just a really fun, like funny, heartfelt, well-written movie. They have Hugh Grant as the villain, who basically plays like a con man. Yeah. Hugh Grant is great in this. He plays a like sort of, guy that you love to hate because he's a con man. Is that he like starts out as part of their party and then kind of sells them out, and then cons his way into becoming like basically the mayor of this city.
Oh,
but then he's also like in cahoots with like a cult who want to like kill everyone. So that's not cool. But it's very fun. They really nailed the feeling of like what a D&D campaign often feels like, which is like a bunch of sort of misfits sort of stumbling their way through an adventure and, you know, trying a bunch of different plans to see what works, and sometimes things go really poorly, and it's kind of very silly at times. It really captures the like chaos and the fun of a D&D campaign.
love it.
While also just being a really good story with great characters and beautiful visuals. It's a beautiful movie. Great. Loved it. There was one thing that I wanted to mention about it. I was looking up trivia afterwards. Hold on, I'm going to Google this so I don't get this wrong.
This isn't going as planned. Nothing to see here.
Okay, so there's a handful of cameos in this movie, but the one that I think is coolest is Tom Morello.
What?
Lead guitarist of Rage Against the Machine, among other things. One of the greatest like rock guitarists of all time.
Yes.
He makes a cameo like in heavy makeup as a dwarf named Kimathi Stormhollow, who is Tom Morello's actual D&D character from his own long-running campaign, because he's a D&D player.
That's so cool.
And so he gets to play himself in he gets to play his character in the D&D movie, like in the background of a few scenes. Yeah, it's super cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I love hearing about like there's so many cool like hearing about like random celebrities who are who you would maybe not pin as being like D&D nerds, who are absolutely D&D nerds, and you hear about like in Hollywood, like I think Joe Manganiello famously has like a basement that he dedicates just to doing D&D stuff, and he has a bunch of like celebrity friends that he brings around.
Yes.
Like I think Vin Diesel is famously into D&D.
What?
Yeah, it's amazing
Because D&D is all about family, so that makes sense.
Exactly, you've got it.
Yeah, family.
But yeah, very cool. Just super fun movie. Definitely highly recommend it. It's got some like gore in it, so if you're a little squeamish, I would say, look out for that. But otherwise, amazing, like super fun movie. Loved it. Very glad that I watched it. That was Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. Talked about One Pace. I've talked many times before about just my various occasions of getting things that are either free or very cheap.
Yeah, you gotta stop that. It's not fair.
Cool stuff.
It's not fair.
So there's a store here in Austin called Austin Creative Reuse. That's like a community-run sort of storefront that basically it's a space where you go in and there's just tons and tons of bins full of various creative supplies. So like yarn and buttons and but also just like old junk and stuff that people wanted to get rid of, but like somebody might want to use this for like a creative project or for their art or whatever.
Yeah.
And I've been there a handful of times, and it's just a really cool space. And when I was there yesterday with some friends, I found an Intuos, a Wacom Intuos drawing tablet, which is it's a tablet for like drawing in Photoshop or like digitally, so it's like a plastic tablet with a pen, and you plug it in your computer and you can draw. And these things, I think this particular tablet goes for like at least $70, something like that, new. I got it for $4.
Good night.
Yeah, and it's used, but like, and it's got like a little bit of scratches on it, because you can tell that it's been used, but it's like it's perfectly functional and great. And I plugged it in last night and like sanitized it and tried it out, and it works. It's great. And I've been like wanting a drawing tablet for a while, just like to help with graphic design things and any future like visual art stuff for game dev, that kind of thing. And I just $4 in its box, and so that was cool. I like that.
What the heck?
What the heck?
What the heck?
Yeah. So shout out to Austin Creative Reviews. If you're in Austin, definitely go pay them a visit. It's a cool place, and they do good work.
Cool.
And then I've been playing some video games. So one is Star Fox 64 3D, which is the 3DS remake of Star Fox 64. Yeah, because I watched a video recently that was like a video essay about the history of the Star Fox franchise, and I was like, I want to play some Star Fox, because I've never like been super into Star Fox as a franchise. Like, we played a bunch of 64 growing up, but like I think mostly that was amazing game. Still the best game in the series, unfortunately, but
Star Fox is always
amazing
fun,
game.
But I feel like it was like the same like quality gameplay, better graphics, but no nostalgia. I don't know. Star Fox 64 is always just like, this is the game I wanted to play anytime we were playing multiplayer N64 games. Like, I didn't want to play Smash. I didn't want to play Mario Kart. I wanted to play Star Fox 64 so we could all shoot at each other and like fly around in spaceships and take down Andros.
Exactly. Classic N64
do a barrel roll
game. Do a barrel roll. Use bombs wisely, etc. I've been we played that a lot growing up, but I mostly just played the multiplayer mode. I never really got through like the campaign of it. And the campaign's actually really cool because there's like, it's like a branching paths thing. Depending on how well you do in each level, you either like, go to the easy route or the harder route. And so you get to see different aspects of the game, and they're like different secrets and unlockables and things. Did you know apparently there's a mode you can unlock in Star Fox 64 where in multiplayer you can like walk around on foot, and it just becomes like a third person shooter where you just run around.
I knew
Fox and
I knew
and
there
stuff.
was like submarines and tanks you could do.
Yeah.
But like, you don't have to unlock those. This is just like, this is the train level, so you're on a tank, or this is the water level, so you're in a submarine. But like, that's it.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could walk around. That's wild.
Yeah, it's like an unlockable mode, which is nuts.
What the heck?
But yeah, so I've been playing that and really enjoying that. It's a nice like the gameplay is entirely the same. It's just on the 3DS, so the graphics are better, and like have all been redone, and it's got all the same iconic voice lines. It's still just as cheesy and delightful as it was
the best
back in the day. And yeah, I've just been playing through the campaign. I'll probably play it through a few times just to see if I can get all the routes. Love that. Super fun. Very, very. Yeah, Star Fox is cool.
Oh yes,
I love the design of the R-Wing. It's such a cool ship.
It is a very cool ship.
Yeah, and because so the first Star Fox game was on the Super Nintendo, and it was like, it was 3D, but they had to basically build in extra hardware into the cartridge in order to run it. It was like basically an experiment in like fully 3D gameplay on the Super Nintendo. But because it was, very early video game 3D, the ship designs had to be very like basic and only like polygons, basically. Yeah, but that sort of limitation forced them to create something that like looked really good even at like low poly. So it's a really cool like angular, sleek, but just like unique design. I love it. It's great. It really holds up. But yeah, that's that. And then I played another game. Hold on, I'm gonna Google this one because there's details that I don't want to get wrong when I'm talking about it.
This isn't going as planned. Nothing to see here.
So the other game that I've been playing through recently is called Pentiment. This is a game from Obsidian Entertainment, who's a game studio that makes they're known for making good RPG games. So like, they made The Outer Worlds recently. Their latest game was Avowed. They also made Fallout New Vegas, probably the best Fallout game. And in 2022 they came out with Pentiment, which was this kind of came out of nowhere 2D perspective game that it's an RPG that takes place in the 16th century, and you play as an artist who is like doing like a couple years like working in an abbey as an artist,
Oh.
like for like doing illustrated,
Like illuminated
text.
manuscript.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
For Bibles and for things like that. And he's kind of like a traveling artist, like learning his craft, and it takes place in this abbey and the town next door, and there's like local politics and everything, and then like a couple days into the game, a murder happens, and you have to like help solve the murder essentially, and you've got a limited amount of time to figure out, who did it and to accuse somebody, basically. And then there's a time jump, and you come back like 7 years later, after you're like already an accomplished artist, and then another murder happens, and you have to help with that one. That's as far into the game as I've gotten, so I don't know exactly how. I think there might be like one more time skip after this,
Cool.
from what I understand. But it's a very what's cool about this game is, I mean, it's a cool premise, and it's a very, obviously a pretty unique setting for a video game.
Yeah.
But also the art style is gorgeous. It looks like illuminated script. It's a video game that's like side scrolling, but all the characters and all the environments look like they are like have been pulled straight from like a 16th century like Bible or something. Right.
Nice.
It's super cool. And there's just all these like really cool details. Like there's like the older characters, their character models like in the game look older. Like the art style is actually older on them, and also there's like their paint is like chipping a little bit.
Oh wow. That's cool.
Yeah, and also because this takes place during the time of like when the printing press has just within the last, I don't know, few decades or something been invented, and it's kind of starting to take off. There's they talk some about that in the game, like plot wise, but each of the characters' text boxes, the way that their text looks changes depending on like who they are. So like you talk to any of the monks in the abbey, they all have very like carefully written ornate script. And then there's a guy in the town, like if you talk into the kind of the villagers, the townspeople, their text looks very more like kind of haphazard, and like somebody just like was writing it with a quill or whatever, and like regular like longhand. And then there's this one guy who is he's the guy in the town who has a printing press and like prints things, and so his text is like printed text, and so it looks like and it makes the sound effect of like a printing press happening whenever he talks, and his whole family talks like that. It's so cool. It's just so cool of like,
that is cool.
Really cool details, and visually it's great. The music's great. The sound effects are great. And of course, being an Obsidian game, the writing is also really good. There's a lot of like kind of difficult decisions you have to make about, you kind of like express your opinions about like what you think about what the church is doing right now in the region. And there's a lot of like kind of religion and politics involved, because you're kind of in between worlds. You're like not, of the abbey because you're not a monk, but you're not like a noble because you're not like rich and successful, at least not at the beginning of the game. Yeah. And so you're kind of like having to figure out like, who do you want to align yourself with, and whose good graces do you want to be in? Do you want to be in the good graces of the church, or do you want to be in the good graces of like this rich nobleman who's visiting, or of the families in the town? And then it gets into as the game goes on, there's like issues of like the abbey is like taxing the townspeople more and more, and they're like kind of getting fed up with it, and there's sort of an uprising that they're planning, and it's very fascinating. It's really cool. I think you would find it very interesting, Sam.
I did. Yeah. Is it on Steam?
Yes, it's on Steam, and I have it. So when I'm done with it, you can totally play it.
Sweet, I will. That sounds right up my alley. It sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes, it's fascinating. It's super cool and just very pretty also. Yeah, so I'll let you know more about it whenever I finish it. But it's super cool. It's one of those games that I look at and I think like, this is a game that makes me glad that video games exist, and it makes me like feel like I love when people do things that are unique in gaming, that just like adds like when people do new things with games. And I just love the variety of gaming as a medium, and the fact that this is not at all the type of setting or premise that, or like art style that most people would like think of any video game being in, but they did it anyway, and it's super cool, and I love that it exists. You know, on top of just being a great game.
Yeah.
So, excellent. But yeah, that's basically all I've been up to lately. What's new and coming up in the world of Star Wars? Let's see. Star Wars Celebration is happening next month, right? Because it's March right now.
Yeah.
So
is
April,
it's in April? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just thought. I just assumed it was May 4th.
I believe.
I didn't look.
Yeah. No, I think it's in April.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's coming up, so we'll probably get a bunch of announcements about that. We've already got some things like. Actually, South by Southwest is happening right now in Austin, and I think there was like a Disney Parks panel, and they talk a little bit about the Millennium Falcon ride at Galaxy's Edge is getting a new overlay, like a new kind of update.
Oh, cool.
It's going to have like Grogu and the Mandalorian in it.
Nice.
That'll be cool. Yeah, so that's happening. And then I guess the one like kind of really cool piece of news we got in Star Wars the last couple weeks is Revenge of the Sith is getting a theatrical re-release in April.
Heck yeah.
And along with that, we got yet another incredible poster from Matt Ferguson, who's been doing like for all the recent like re-releases in the past few years. Like he did one for Phantom Menace, he did one for Return of the Jedi. For like all these like kind of anniversary re-releases.
I want whenever all 6 movies have gotten their anniversary releases, and we get 6 posters from this guy. Can we buy all 6 posters?
I would love. God, his artwork is gorgeous and amazing, and like I feel like this is my favorite one of his yet. Is the Revenge of the Sith one? Oh yeah, it's gorgeous.
Although the Return of the Jedi one was amazing.
Oh yeah, they're all awesome. I love them all, and I want them all, but they're like not. Like I think I looked into it a little bit, and it looks like his prints are mostly like a, kind of a one-off. Like we're gonna do a print run one time of this, and then we're done, kind of thing. Which is a bummer.
I mean, if you find a high quality like file of it, and then find unscrupulous CVS photo person, you can do that.
CVS, yeah, sure.
I mean, I've done that.
Office Depot, something like that.
Yeah. For Halloween, Sarah has in the past. I mean, she's done this last couple of years. We have a big family photo hanging in our kitchen, but for Halloween, she replaces it with the painting of Victor von Frankenstein from Young Frankenstein, like his like portrait of like his grandfather or whatever, and we just have that hanging in our kitchen during Halloween. Yeah,
love that.
So I know that you can just do that at CVS or whatever, or Walgreens. I think we do Walgreens.
Yes.
Yeah, but
I would love to give Matt Ferguson money for his work, but it's hard sometimes.
But hey, if it's not available and you did try every avenue, is there a crime? And
agreed. Yeah. There, I was thinking about this the other day about like, do I have any like holy grail collectibles of like artworks or media or things that I want to like own at some point if I can get my hands on them. And one of them is this poster that came out like, I don't know, like maybe 10 years ago or something. I don't know if it was that long ago, but there was an officially released like basically movie poster sized poster for Portal 2 that is like fully illustrated. It looks like kind of a Drew Struzan poster or something, but for Portal 2, and it's gorgeous.
Cool.
But it was a limited run print thing, and now you can only find them like on eBay for hundreds of dollars. And so I would like to have that or like a print of that at some point. That's just like in this similar realm.
Yes.
Yeah. I also found out recently the thing that kind of made me go down this thought process of like, what are my holy grail collectible items, was discovering this one thing that I didn't know existed that I was like, oh, I really want that, which is Coheed and Cambria.
There it is.
Having an album, a live album that they did called Live at the Starland Ballroom. It was fairly early on in the career. They'd only had like 3 albums out at the time, I think. But it's like it's a live album and also concert video that they like released on DVD. But it got a UMD release, which is like the disc that the PSP uses. Oh. It's like want that just as like a collectible, like
what
a novelty. Yeah, just like give me the UMD release of Live at the Starland Ballroom.
I love that.
Cambria.
That's like reminds me, was it Green Day for the 30th anniversary of Dookie? Like they released it in inconvenient formats. Like they released it as a Game Boy Pocket game, like their album.
What?
As a Game Boy game.
That's awesome. I need to ask my I have a friend, Nate, who's a Green Day super fan, and I'm sure he knows about that.
Yeah.
I need to ask him about it.
There was a bunch of like different ones.
Mm-hmm.
I think they remember like there was those like keychains that you could get like in the late 90s, early 2000s that like it was basically like a little like I don't know, like a little memory card thing that you put into the keychain. And it basically had like a cell phone ringtone quality version of songs.
Uh-huh.
I think they released one of those, and they haven't made those in like 20 years. But like, just stuff like that.
Yeah, I love.
I'm gonna look it up.
I like Green Day. I've never been super into them, but like, I feel like every time I hear a story about Green Day or about Billy Joe Armstrong, like they just always give me good vibes. Like they seem like good guys, which is cool. That's always great.
Okay, so it's called Dookie Demastered is the so I'm pulling up the website right now. Let's see. Yeah, so the way it was never meant to be heard, demastered. Yep, the album that exploded punk rock 30 years ago, re-exploded onto obscure, obsolete, and inconvenient formats.
Is that Teddy Ruxpin? What the?
So they have
the teddy bear that plays cassette tapes.
So they have a piano player roll. So like the paper, like when you have like an automatic piano, they have one of the songs on that.
Yeah.
They have a song on a floppy disk. They got Teddy Ruxpin. They have a doorbell that plays Longview. Welcome to Paradise on Game Boy cartridge. Pulling teeth on a toothbrush. And basket case on a Billy Mouth bass.
That's incredible.
Oh, Hit Clip. That's what it was. Yeah.
I do remember that. Hit Clip.
So Hit Clip.
Oh, it's on mini disc too.
And they have an 8-track.
So you know it.
A wax cylinder for when I come around. Let's go.
Oh, that's cool that it's like one, like for each song it's a different media format. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's the whole album, but each one.
You got Fisher Price record.
Cool.
Let's go. Yes.
Incredible.
Yeah, I love this. Thank you, Green Day, for existing.
Yes, Sam, are you one of them? In the end, is on mini disc. You aware of mini disc, Sam?
No. What's mini disc?
It's just really like I went down this rabbit hole with a friend of mine recently about like just different kind of physical media formats that are kind of defunct. They were like, but they were cool, and one of them is mini disc, which is an audio disc format it's like a tiny CD inside of like a plastic cartridge case, so you can slide it into a machine like you would a cassette tape or something. But it's like much higher quality than that, and it's just like it didn't like last very long, and it was bigger in Japan than it ever was in the US. But there's like a community of people nowadays who are like mini disc collectors who collect mini disc players and discs, and some artists these days are still like releasing like very niche releases just on mini disc because it's a cool format. But I think Sony just recently stopped manufacturing mini discs, or like blank mini discs at least. So that format is more dead than it's ever been, and also mini disc players are very hard to come by. You have to like buy it on eBay, and it's like hundreds of dollars to get a good one. But it's just a cool format. Yeah. That's super cool. Mad respect to Green Day for just doing weird stuff. I love it. That's awesome. But speaking of Coheed and Cambria, their latest album comes out in less than a week. It comes out on Friday.
Woo!
Which is March the 14th, which is Pi Day, which is also the second anniversary of Unlimited Content. So we're coming up on that.
Wow.
All that on the same day. So Coheed's new album is coming out, and I just yesterday pre-ordered the vinyl release of it that I want.
Yeah, you did.
It's like a
which one did you get?
Like a black and it's like a black and magenta mix sort of looking. It's very cool. I like the way it looks. There's like 7 different vinyl releases of this of this album coming out. There's like the basic one. There's a couple of different like special edition ones. There's like a direct to consumer exclusive. There's one that's exclusive to like a specific retailer.
I think he's showing me there's a Walmart exclusive one.
Maybe, yeah. Probably not Walmart. I don't think. I don't think you can get Coheed and Cambria at Walmart.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
I got a Walmart exclusive Tyler Childers record a couple weeks ago, but he's a little more mainstream than Coheed and Cambria.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, very excited for that. That's happening soon. That's gonna be good. Man, it's been almost 2 years, Sam, that we've been doing this. This podcast is still going.
Yeah. What episode number are we on right now? 62?
62 is what we're recording
62?
right now,
Wrong.
yeah. That's not even the number.
Yeah, it is.
Isn't it 64?
No, 62.
Oh, okay. This is Shrek, right? Or what are we quoting?
No,
quoting?
it's SpongeBob. This is was the
Hold on.
Man Ray. He lost his wallet and Patrick was trying. He was like, think of a number. He was like, 62. Wrong, and then he electrocutes him.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I was wrong. What was, man? I don't know what I was thinking of. I was thinking of the like executioner in Shrek who's like, pick number 3, my lord.
Number 3, my lord. He's holding up 2. Yeah.
While holding up 2 fingers. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know why that's where my brain went. That has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah. There's a 2 in there.
Anyway, that's true. There is a 2
Yeah.
related in that story somewhere.
There's a strong buh in there, but it's getting eaten by some Linux or something.
All right. Well, with that, I think it's probably time for us to move on to our main segment. We're in a very exciting time in the Star Wars canon and in Clone Wars. We have finally gotten to like the meat of the Maul stuff in Clone Wars.
The meat of the Maul.
The meat of the Maul. Maybe that's the name of the episode. Who knows? We'll find out. Sam, what are we talking about this week?
We are talking. Oh gosh, I don't know why I minimized everything. Why did I do that? No. Where are we? This week we're talking about the Clone Wars Season 5, Episodes 15 and 16, Shades of Reason, and The Lawless. And big old spreadsheet. Where are we? I don't have anything open right now. What am I doing?
What the heck, Sam?
I've only done this
Come
61
on.
times. I'm sorry.
60-second times the charm. That's what they say.
We'll get there. We'll get there when we get there. And it
We
takes
have
place.
unlimited time.
In canon, it takes place in 19 BBY. In Legends, it takes place in 20 BBY.
Weird.
I don't know why that's different.
Well, yeah. Anyway, Shades of Reason. Here we go.
Yep. The moral.
You want to tell us the
moral.
do the thing.
The moral.
The moral.
The moral.
Don't climb into a clothes dryer.
Yep.
That's no good.
Yep. Don't let a dresser fall on you. Alliances can stall true intentions. That's actually the moral of the episode. Villainy swells. With an army of the galaxy's most vicious criminals, Darth Maul and Sabotage Opress conspire with Pre Vizsla and the Death Watch to topple Duchess Satine, ruler of Mandalore, while the conspirators prepare to attack the Mandalorian capital Sundari from a base on Zanbar. The fate of 2,000 other neutral systems is under threat as Darth Maul moves closer to establishing a vast criminal empire. I want you to know that it took more self-control than I'm willing to admit when I read the word Zanbar, not to say Zanzibar. To fight the Zanzibarbarians from Muppet Treasure Island. Anyway, sorry. I'm all over the place today. What is Zanzibar?
It's been a couple weeks. You've been wound up. You haven't had time to unwind, to let loose.
I'm like, twitching. I need my unlimited content fix. Gotta get it. All right, cool. The Shadow Collective convenes on Zanbar to discuss Death Watch's planned takeover of Mandalore. Maul instructs their criminal allies to assault several locations in the city of Sundari, creating civil unrest that would weaken the Duchess Satine Kryze's political standing. Death Watch would then swoop in and stop them, in quotes, winning the support of the people. As the meeting adjourns, Bo-Katan Kryze converses with Pre Vizsla and remains hesitant on trusting the criminals. Vizsla tells her that they need Maul and the criminals to cause trouble in Sundari just to make Satine feel weak so that the citizens will accept them. Afterward, they would execute Maul and his thugs after having taken over Mandalore. Meanwhile, inside, Sabotage Opress expresses doubts on Vizsla betraying them, to which Maul solemnly agrees as they can't rule openly without drawing the attention of the Jedi, and that they need Vizsla as the face of Mandalore for now, until they find a new face. The Shadow Collective journeys to Mandalore and begins their attack. The various criminal syndicates capture the docks, assault a bank, and open fire in the streets. As the Duchess attempts to encourage people to remain calm, Vizsla and his men arrive and arrest the criminals. Satine is then deposed and imprisoned next to the former Prime Minister Almec. And Almec, we remember, is the one who added poison to the kids' apple juice and killed a couple kids in the school.
That's true. That is what he did, basically.
Yeah.
See, when you started that, I thought you were going to make Legends of the Hidden Temple Olmec joke, but
no. I don't know enough about Legends of the Hidden Temple to make Legends of the Hidden Temple jokes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's your department.
Anyway.
That's your department.
Because when he says Olmec, I think Olmec, which is the big talking head guy played by D. Bradley Baker.
No way. He's everywhere.
Yeah, D. Bradley Baker is the big stone head guy in Legends of the Hidden Temple.
I've always thought of him as a big stone head guy. As Vizsla consolidates his power and prepares the Mandalorian people for their return to their warrior roots, Maul suggests moving in on the Council of Neutral Systems and the 2,000 systems they control, but the Death Watch leader reveals he has no interest in expansion. Death Watch turns on Maul in a press, though Vizsla promises to deliver Obi-Wan to them. As the Zabrak brothers are imprisoned, Maul states that they need a puppet to rule Mandalore and figures that the prison must hold political prisoners suitable to their ends. They then break out and search the prison to find a worthy candidate. Due to an indirect comment from Satine, Maul chooses Almec, the apple juice poison guy. He then returns to the throne room and challenges Vizsla to a duel for Death Watch's leadership, which Vizsla is honor-bound to accept. They engage in an intense duel with Vizsla gaining the upper hand before Maul destroys his jetpack. Vizsla then shoots Maul's lightsaber out of his hand and charges towards him for the kill. However, Maul overpowers Vizsla with his martial skills and claims his darksaber after beating him into submission. Stating that only the strongest shall rule, a defeated Vizsla offers no resistance as Maul decapitates them in the arms of an angel. Despite his victory, a number of Death Watch dissidents, led by Bo-Katan, refuse to swear fealty to an outsider and flee. This fight.
Yeah.
So cool. So much.
We get two really cool fights in these two episodes.
Yes.
We get this one and we get another one in the next episode.
Yeah, no spoilers.
We finally get a fight between Maul with his lightsaber and Pre Vizsla with the darksaber and the jetpack, and it's them like in the middle of this temple of the
throne room, right?
The throne room surrounded by stained glass and stuff. It's very cool. Yeah,
I have the Lego of that. I just realized. Where is it?
Of what?
Well, I guess it's from the season 7 one of Ahsoka and Maul in the throne room. I have the throne and Maul sitting on it. Where did I put it? Oh, it's over there. It's on my dresser. But yeah, I have it.
I believe you.
Yep. I don't want to get up. I don't want to unplug my headphones.
Yeah, but yeah, just that's another cool thing about these episodes is how much more of Mandalore we get to see.
Yeah,
because Mandalore, visually, architecturally, artistically, is very cool.
It's super cool.
In the next episode, there's a big mural that we get to see. That's a very Picasso-esque sort of mural.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just I love seeing whenever Star Wars gets to kind of break out and do different artistic visual stuff.
Yes.
And Mandalore is definitely one of the more visually unique and interesting locations in Star Wars, I'd say.
Yeah, and I love one of the things about this fight between Pre Vizsla and Maul is you get to see really how Mandalorian fighting style was developed to take advantage of the weaknesses of Jedi's fighting style. And to kind of to neutralize their advantages as well. So they have the jetpack because Jedi can force jump. Mandalorians have jetpacks. Jedi can deflect laser bolts. We have
little wrist shield.
We have wrist shield things. We have the darts that explode, and we have flamethrowers. You can't deflect a flamethrower with with the lightsaber. Jedi have the Force. we have grappling hooks and can reel you in.
Yes.
Like, it's just really cool.
Wristbound Spider-Man
and also we're wearing Beskar, which like lightsabers can't cut through Beskar. So it's a lot of cool stuff, and you see a lot of that kind of in this fight. You don't see like the Beskar really, because I don't think that was really established much until the Mandalorian.
I think the Mandalorian really established Beskar. But like,
but otherwise, and it's all really, really cool.
Yes, amazing.
Yeah,
excellent, super cool fight.
Indeed. All right. After that, Almec is reinstated as Prime Minister. As he addresses the Mandalorian people, he tells them that Satine murdered Vizsla. He then reports to Maul his plans to set up his new administration, the Sith warning that he'd be responsible for their failures. Almec then asks Maul if he has any other plans. Maul only tells him to go and rule Mandalore.
Yeah, he goes, "Go, rule my people." Like,
yeah. And
line.
Just
end of the episode.
Yeah, end of the episode. Sam Witwer's just all of his line delivery, 10 out of 10. Impeccable. Sinister.
Excellent. Yes.
Foreboding. Powerful. Scary. But just and very intriguing. Like, I just very like it's, and like his Maul voice, he only had like 3 or 4 lines, if that, of Darth Maul talking in The Phantom Menace to kind of craft an entire like voice and character style from, and he did a really good job, I think. Yeah,
he fleshed out. Yeah. I think Sam Witwer is as much Darth Maul as Ray Park or whoever voiced him in The Phantom Menace, whose name escapes me right now.
Oh, was it not Ray Park who voiced him?
Did. No, Ray Park didn't do the voice. It was the other guy. It was it was the guy who was the other roommate from Shaun of the Dead. He's the
what?
Yeah, he's the guy that like lives upstairs and gets annoyed at Shaun for like not picking up his shit or something. I don't remember.
That's hilarious. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. Super cool episode. It's still like I know this is a kids show, but there's some funny. This is just something funny to me about like we've talked before about like how like patently, transparently evil Death Watch is so much of the time. Like they're like acting villainously, like in a cartoonish way, which is fine. It's a cartoon. It's for kids, you know. But it's just funny to me. And then in this one, like just how transparent it is, this ploy to get like the people on their side to be like, oh no, the crime families are all attacking us at once out of nowhere. What are we gonna do? Oh, also out of nowhere, Death Watch is back and they're saving us now. How convenient! Like,
ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's cool.
Yeah, I do love just how very like, I mean, because I think it's because it's a kids show, they had to just make it like very like plain faced and basically have to narrate the fact that we are orchestrating a coup and you are watching how an orchestration of a coup happens. And so you as a 4th grader can know like, oh, this is maybe how coups are happen around the world. Does our government do that? I don't know. But like, I'm a 4th grader. Star Wars is cool. But then you 20 years later, like, oh, maybe we did that. Maybe that was, yep. Star Wars isn't political though. It's fine. Yeah.
Hashtag Star Wars isn't political, says Sam Ford.
I did. You can quote me on that.
We're gonna cancel Sam.
Yeah.
We canceled Gracie. Now we're gonna cancel Sam.
Controversial. Like, yeah. At least I'm not a terrorist, Gracie. Gosh.
She's not listening. It's okay.
Yeah. She listened once, joined the podcast, and then stopped listening. Gracie, in canon, you no longer listen to the podcast. Sorry. What are you gonna do? Disprove me?
It's canon now.
You don't listen. How would you know?
All right. The second episode of this episode of the podcast, but the 4th episode of this arc, right, is the Lawless. The morality.
Wheel of morality. Turn. Teach us the lesson that we should learn.
I said morality because the first episode, the first word of this moral is morality. The moral of this episode is morality separates heroes from villains.
Yeah, villains have good morality. Heroes have bad ones. Right?
That's how it works.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Sweet.
It's simple and there's no complexity to it.
Nope.
This episode gives us the most in the arms of the angels moment of the Clone Wars,
Yep.
I would argue. All right, here we go. An impenetrable defense. Neutral star systems in peril. Darth Maul and Sabotage Press command the planet Mandalore through the puppet Prime Minister Almec, while they expand their criminal enterprise. With the Death Watch removed from power and the Jedi unaware of the villainous plot, nothing stands in the way of Darth Maul's vision for a vast criminal empire. We now find Duchess Satine imprisoned, as her few remaining loyal subjects make a desperate attempt to rescue her.
Dun, dun, dun.
Duchess Satine sits in her cell on Mandalore when she is rescued by her nephew, Corky!
Corky!
Corky grew up.
Yeah.
Corky's like tall, like they're all so much taller and older looking, even though that was like months ago.
Yeah.
It was not that long ago.
Oh, yeah.
They had a growth spurt.
Yep. Yeah, Corky is definitely her nephew, and not Obi-Wan's kid with her. No way. Yeah.
I don't like that fan theory. That makes me uncomfortable.
What?
I don't like that fan theory. That makes me uncomfortable. The idea that Obi-Wan would have a kid with her and then just abandon her, and like
I mean, she could have hid it from him, the fact that was his kid.
True.
And then said, this is my nephew. But also, like, he doesn't know who any of it... He didn't know Bo-Katan was her sister. So he was like, I don't know how many siblings you have. Sure, that could be your nephew.
True.
You know?
Yeah, whose kid is Corky, actually?
It's never established. Like, this is a nephew, but it's not... But it's also... He's both Bo-Katan and Satine's nephew.
So there's another sibling in there somewhere.
Maybe. Or the fan theory.
Or your fan theory about Obi-Wan.
Yes.
Gotcha. You wouldn't think that maybe with her dying breath she'd be like, oh, by the way, you have a kid. It's Corky.
Well, she was
if that were the case.
I mean, I think she had other things on her mind. Like, she just got stabbed. And...
Like saying, I love you, Obi-Wan.
And there's Darth Maul's there. And, yeah.
She could have... Anyway, whatever. Corky's doing fine, whatever. Yeah. Duchess Satine sits in her cell in Mandalore when she is rescued by her nephew Corky, his friends, and a group of Death Watch dissidents led by Bo-Katan.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. At the end of the last episode, Bo-Katan and some of the other... basically, like, when Maul kills Pre Vizsla, he's like, who will stand with me? And half of them are like, yeah, we'll stick around. And the other half, led by Bo-Katan, are like, no, an outsider will never rule.
Did you notice it was all
Mandalore.
the dudes stayed and all the women left with Bo-Katan?
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, it was.
Well, I mean, most of them are wearing helmets, so I guess I wasn't paying attention that much, but
they were like, you could just tell by body shape.
Sure.
Yeah.
I did not notice that.
Yeah, I didn't notice it until I watched it this last time. But I also think that all the Night Owls, I think it is a group of female warriors.
Oh, a female only.
I think
interesting.
I think it is. I mean, I am making assumptions based on like observations. I don't have any I didn't read anything somewhere that says this is canon, but that's just
sure. Yeah,
I think that's true.
A cool idea though, if that is true. An all-female group of Mandalorian warriors. That's neat. Anyway, as they flee in speeders, they are chased by several Mandalorian super commandos. Bo-Katan and the others hold them off, but finally the speeder is shot down and the Duchess is taken by the commandos, but not before sending a hologram message to the Jedi asking for help from Obi-Wan Kenobi personally. I was waiting for her to say, "Help me on Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope," but that doesn't happen.
It's like poetry, it rhymes.
He gets close. In the Jedi Temple's communication room, Obi-Wan, Yoda, and Ki-Adi-Mundi receive Satine's message. Yoda reminds Obi-Wan of the neutrality of the planet, telling him that the Jedi cannot send help until the Senate agrees on it. Obi-Wan refuses to wait, so he heads to Mandalore in Anakin's ship, the Twilight, which is just like a big old junker.
Yeah.
It's like a garbage truck.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Yeah. A very bad ship.
It's like falling apart.
Yes.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Maul is informed by Almec that Satine attempted to escape and managed to inform the Jedi. Obi-Wan arrives and is met by a super commando who asks if he has a landing permit on the planet. Obi-Wan guides him into the ship where he knocks out the commando and gains his armor. Unbeknownst to Obi-Wan, Bo-Katan watches him from above. He then finds Satine in her cell and tries to escape, but they are exposed when a commando asks for the authorization code for a prisoner transfer. They are chased until they reach the Twilight, and Satine says that they must reach her sister. Maul then arrives at the docks and orders his commandos to open fire on the Twilight. Obi-Wan and Satine jump off the ship moments before it explodes. They fall to the feet of Maul, who orders his men to take the two inside. In the throne room, Maul chokes Satine while encouraging Obi-Wan to give in to his anger. After Obi-Wan refuses and berates Maul as weak for choosing the dark side, Maul draws and ignites the Darksaber while pulling Satine towards the weapon, impaling the Duchess. Satine falls into the arms of Obi-Wan and tells him that she has always loved him and always will.
She truly fell into the arms of an angel.
Obi-Wan.
She fell.
Oh, no. As the Duchess dies in Obi-Wan's arms, Maul orders his men not to kill him, but rather imprison him below so that he may rot in his misery. In the arms. Sarah McLachlan, why aren't you guesting on this episode of the podcast? You should be singing for us.
I'm sure Sarah McLachlan definitely loves this bit. She loves this bit. It's her favorite bit in the show.
She's super into her song being memed. Yeah, I'm sure she loves that. Let's see. Meanwhile, on Coruscant, Darth Sidious, oh my god, feels a disturbance in the Force and orders Masameta to prepare his ship.
This is the first like big oh shit moment of like oh
yeah.
oh
yeah. Oh my god, we're gonna get there. Okay. Obi-Wan is transported to his cell when the group of Death Watch dissidents rescue him. They lead Obi-Wan to the docks in the middle of the battle with Maul's commandos. Bo-Katan tells Obi-Wan to tell the Republic about the takeover. When he says that the Republic will likely invade the planet, Bo-Katan replies that Maul will die while Mandalore will survive because they always do. Obi-Wan then realizes that Bo-Katan is the sister of Satine and gives his condolences before he leaves. Sidious then travels to Mandalore and makes his way to the palace where Maul and his brother reside. Oh my god, this
yeah. Wait, pause. I just made a
sequence.
Connection in my brain and I want before I forget it.
Okay.
The last part of that last paragraph I read. Obi-Wan then realizes that Bo-Katan is the sister of Satine and gives his condolences before he leaves. That mirrors the Anakin is the father, is he? I'm so sorry.
That's true. Oh, you're totally right. That does rhyme.
Right?
It's poetry.
It's poetry. Rhymes.
That's right.
Thanks, George Lucas. All right, cool. Sorry.
All right. Yeah. Here comes the coolest lightsaber fight in this arc.
Oh my gosh, we had some cool ones.
Sidious then travels.
Chef's kiss. It's perfect.
Incredible. And so scary. Sidious then travels to Mandalore and makes his way to the palace where Maul and his brother reside. A shocked Maul feels the presence of his old master as he enters the throne room. Maul immediately drops down onto his knees, expressing his loyalty to his former master. However, Sidious sees that he is being deceived and tells Maul that he has become a rival. They all draw their lightsabers and begin to fight. Sidious proves himself to be too strong for the brothers, even combined, and he manages to keep Maul out of the fight long enough to impale Savage.
He tells
Maul that he was an unworthy He tells Maul that he was an unworthy apprentice as he dies, the Night Sister magic used to alter him bleeds out of his body and he returns to his original form. Sidious reminds Maul of the rule of two and tells him that he has been replaced. Maul, filled with anger and grief, draws the Darksaber and his lightsaber and starts another vicious duel against Sidious. Maul puts up a better fight than Opress did, but he soon finds himself outmatched by Sidious's superior combat skill and experience and his immense power in the Force, and is ultimately disarmed and overpowered. As Maul begs for mercy, Sidious reminds him that the Sith refuse to show mercy and then tortures him with Force lightning. Sidious assures Maul that he is not going to kill him, as Maul may be useful for his future plans, and the torture continues.
And that's how we end.
Oh my god. That's okay. So many things about this final sequence is so cool to me. Like,
yes.
So the fact that Sidious can sense a disturbance in the Force from so far away that he's like, oh, I've presumably he's known that Maul. We know that he knows that Maul is alive and doing stuff, but he kind of let him be for a while until this point when he's like, oh, I've noticed that they've come into more power than I've deemed acceptable. So yeah, I'm just gonna get up and put an end to that single-handedly. Yeah. So he just leaves.
Yep, time to go prune this weed.
And
it's like,
yeah, he just hands it to them just easily. There's no he's not breaking a sweat.
No,
it's so unsettling and scary and impactful how powerful he is.
Yes,
just effortlessly. It's and then the fight is super cool, and we get to see Maul dual wielding a red lightsaber and the dark saber against Palpatine in front of that huge mural, which I think is of Mandalorians and Jedi.
Yes,
I think it's
yeah. I think it's the first and only until Grogu Mandalorian Jedi. defending Mandalore from the Jedi.
Is it Pax Vizsla? I think
that sounds right.
Anyway, but yeah, the fight is just so cool, and it happens like partly in the throne room and partly like they jump out of a window and land in front of that big mural, and it's so cool, and he's so scary. Honestly, what else is unsettling about it is just the moment he arrives when like Maul's like, well, first of all, he says the famous line from A New Hope, I sense a presence I haven't felt since. But then like his eyes go wide and he gasps and he's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You can see it in his face and hear in his voice like, oh god, like, which is so like it drives home how terrifying Sidious is for like Maul. You know, throughout this arc has shown himself to be very powerful and like sort of unflappable in the face of any danger or threat.
Yeah. But
at this moment, he's like, he's scared out of his brain.
Yeah.
You know, it's such a cool sequence.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also I just love when he shows up on Mandalore, like on the docks. And just kind of like, he basically just like floats out, like flicks his wrist, and all like the guards go flying back into the wall, and like he just kind of like bebops onto a little shuttle and just floats it, just so casual, so smooth, but also just like just nothing,
doing
like,
the most with the least.
Yes, it was. Yeah, the minuscule amount of effort he put into it just makes him seem that much scarier. Like how like he's like, this is literally nothing to me.
Mm-hmm. Chills. It's just it's incredible. It's amazing. Yeah. Fun fact: this is actually the first time that that we've seen like Darth Sidious being Darth Sidious in person in the Clone Wars, because we've seen like Palpatine in like being like the Chancellor, and we've seen Sidious in holograms, but we've never seen Sidious like in person in the Clone Wars yet. Like,
I don't know if I noticed that. That's cool.
Evil Sith things. I didn't notice it, but I read it in the trivia section. So
thank you, trivia section.
Also, this episode was dedicated to Ian Abercrombie, who was the voice of Palpatine / Darth Sidious for most of the Clone Wars. There are actually a couple of lines in this episode that are voiced by Tim Curry, who takes over afterwards, after Ian Abercrombie passed away.
Yeah, and later on, Ian McDiarmid also reprises his...
Oh, does he?
Yeah, I think...
in like season 7, or what?
I think so, yeah.
Or is it like in Rebels? Because he's in Rebels too, isn't he?
Oh, I don't know. Let me...
Yeah, there's that one moment.
I don't want to be talking about butt. Let's... Hold on.
Yeah, I'm looking at the wiki article right now. He has a long Wikipedia article. Wouldn't you know it?
I'm on Ian McDiarmid's IMDb right now. Let's see. Yeah, so he was Palpatine in Bad Batch, Tales of the Jedi. Okay, so it was Rebels, but not.
Okay, so it looks like so there's a post on r/the Clone Wars where somebody's saying in the Clone Wars it's just Ian Abercrombie and Tim Curry, and then Rebels uses both Sam Witwer and Ian McDiarmid. So yes, Sam Witwer voices the Emperor. Also
cool.
It also says the Clone Wars season 7 just uses old dialogue for Palpatine with Ian. So Ian Abercrombie comes back basically, but like old, I guess just like past recordings.
Like yeah.
Yeah, Tim Curry takes over. He's not great. I don't like Tim Curry's Palpatine voice. It doesn't sound right to me. But you know, Tim Curry's great though, because he's Tim Curry. He's Long John Silver.
Yep. In
the best version of Treasure Island.
Yeah, the only version I accept. I don't even care. Like, book? No.
The canon version.
Yeah, this is how it actually happened in real life.
Yeah, the book was just the script for Muppet Treasure Island.
Truly,
that's its only purpose. Yeah. Oh, another little bit of trivia is Obi-Wan when he first shows up on Mandalore, like on his ship, he's wearing the Rako Hardeen.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
His bounty hunter outfit that he used when he faked his death last season. Yep. Sardines.
Yep, good old rack of sardines.
Another fun fact, during the development of the show, this is from Wikipedia, a 4-episode story arc was planned by the series writers to tell Maul's adventures following this episode. The episodes would have been titled The Enemy of My Enemy, A Tale of Two Apprentices, Proxy War, and Showdown on Dathomir. The show was canceled before any of these episodes could be completed, but their stories were eventually depicted in the 4-issue comic series entitled Darth Maul, Son of Dathomir, which I have in the other room, and I have not read yet because I was waiting for when we get to this point in the Clone Wars, so I can read it now.
Nice.
That's exciting.
That is exciting.
All right. Well, that's the arc.
We done did it.
Yeah, we did it.
Jack, what's your favorite part?
I mean, there's so many cool moments in this arc, in these 2 episodes in particular. I think, but I have to go with the Palpatine fight. Like,
Fair
that's
enough. Yes.
That's the coolest part to me. Like, we get multiple great lightsaber fights here. There's one shot that I do want to mention that, like, when, like, Obi-Wan and Satine and everybody are, like, running, I think this is when it happens. There's, like, they're, like, going out into Mandalore, and, like, sort of a big door opens upwards, and it reveals, like, this landscape of just all these Mandalorians fighting each other, and there's smoke and laser fire, and Obi-Wan's standing there in Mandalorian armor holding his lightsaber and just, like, looking out on it all, and it's just a really gorgeous shot.
Yes.
It's one of the best shots of the Clone Wars, I think.
I agree.
Definitely before Season 7. But yeah, the Palpatine fight, really. What about you, Sam? Favorite?
Well, you took the Palpatine fight, so I'm going to say the Paz Vizsla fight. Or Pre-Vizsla, excuse me.
Yeah. Yes. Paz Vizsla later.
Yes.
Right. He also dies.
In the Arms of an Angel.
Yeah. Same voice actor, right? Or I think, is that also Jon Favreau?
I think so.
I think Jon Favreau voices both of them.
Yeah.
So, that's cool. Yes, another, just, so many cool fights. Yeah. MVP. I mean, Satine dies.
Yeah.
We can say Satine.
Bo-Katan.
We can say Bo-Katan. You know what? Yeah, let's give it to Bo-Katan because she descends.
She's also consistently swooping in to save the day, right? Like she gave Obi-Wan and Satine an out. At one time, she dissented from Maul and fled. And she also is the one who will return Mandalore to the Republic for its safety from the bad guys.
Yes. So yeah, Bo-Katan. Excellent. Congrats, Bo-Katan.
Her name is short for Boseph
Main
Katana.
character kills.
Sorry.
Boseph Katana. Boseph. Boseph Katan. Name of this episode, maybe.
I am sorry.
Bo is short for Boseph.
I don't know how to stop myself. I apologize.
No, don't apologize for being you, Sam. Don't. It's great. You're wonderful. Main character kills. Well, Maul gets a kill. Kills Pre-Vizsla, right?
Yes.
Or whatever. That Pre-Vizsla? That's his name?
Pre-Vizsla, he's the first one.
There's so many Vizslas.
He's the first one. Pre.
Okay.
Pre is the first one. And also Satine.
Oh yeah, Maul also kills Satine, so Maul gets 2 kills in this episode.
I'll just get 2 kills.
And then Palpatine gets a kill because he kills Savage. In the Arms of the Angel, Savage oppressed.
Yes.
The man with the silliest name in all of Star Wars, maybe.
R.I.P. Mr. Krabs.
Which is a high bar.
True.
Yeah, also Mr. Krabs. Yes.
Yeah, it's a true Glup Shadow kind of name. It's great.
Savage oppress.
Yeah,
or Pablo. It's either. Yeah, have you seen it's like a Tumblr post where somebody's like, everybody's name in the clone in Star Wars is either like evil bad guy or
Luke,
Carl. Yeah. And the examples, somebody gave specific examples following up from that from Wikipedia, and it's Savage Press and Pablo. It's just a guy named Pablo. It's great,
man.
Appendages lost. Does a head count as an appendage? That's my question, Sam.
No.
Okay. Well, then, no appendages lost this time, I guess. Cool. I'm going to write down on the spreadsheet the kills real quick before I forget.
Cool.
So I haven't been writing any of that down.
Come on.
Also, we haven't had a ton of kills lately either, so...
Surprisingly.
So Maul
for a war show, you'd think.
2. Yeah, come on. Why isn't there more murder? We need more murder in our children's television.
I should bet on murder.
Chief gets 1. There we go. All right. More Star Wars is better Star Wars. How does this episode make the movies and the rest of Star Wars better?
It would be easier to say how it doesn't.
Exactly. Yeah. No, honestly. We get just I mean, this is a really important arc in terms of, like, the progression of Mandalore as a society and of Maul's, like, his existence in the galaxy and how things are going for him.
Yeah.
And we get to see how crazy powerful Palpatine is. We get to see a little bit more development of this relationship between Obi-Wan and Satine that has mostly just been hinted at. Mm-hmm. But, you know, this episode cleared up once and for all, definitively that they were in love.
Yes.
And this episode kills Satine, which I think makes Star Wars worse, but also it's important and like an important moment.
Yeah,
so, like,
it's an important moment.
Damn, Satine.
Yeah,
you're cool.
Not enough plot armor. Sorry.
Not enough plot armor or actual armor.
Too soon. Too soon.
Too soon. It may have been in a galaxy far, far away a long time ago, but it hasn't been a long time ago enough.
Yeah, I was basically going to make that joke too. Good job. You did it. That's where my brain is going. If you didn't say it, I was going to say it.
You know what? We share 2 brain cells between us.
Yeah, we do. And none of them are working.
I've got... I had the brain cells for that moment.
Yep.
I think that this is like the moment I feel like when we don't really see Obi-Wan, like, getting emotional much, just in general. Like, yeah. I feel like this moment and then the moment when like he basically kills Anakin in Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
We see him get, like, you know, emotional and choked up. Mm-hmm. And then there's probably some moments in the Obi-Wan, like, series.
The entire Obi-Wan series is just Obi-Wan PTSD show.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Obi-Wan has PTSD, the 8-part series. Like,
yeah, but this is the first time where we see Obi-Wan, like, get really emotional and, like, heartbroken.
Yeah,
I feel like. I mean, I guess other than the moment when Qui-Gon dies, that also was.
Yeah,
but it's been a while. Yeah, I didn't hear any Wilhelm screams. Did you? No. Okay. Well. All right. I think that's it for this arc. That's it for this episode, right?
Yeah.
Anything else you wanted to say about these episodes, Sam?
No. I mean, we are getting into the meat and potatoes of the Clone Wars, and
yes,
we are feasting. It is delicious. I love it. I was looking at what's next. It's the Ahsoka framed arc. It is okay. The next arc that we're talking about, is the Ahsoka framed arc. It's before Clone Wars Season 7 came out, these were my favorite Clone Wars episodes. Was this arc, was the Ahsoka leaves the Jedi Order arc. Spoilers, sorry. What?
Darth Vader is Luke's father? What?
Wait. Hold on. What?
Hold on just a second. Hold the phone. These episodes, like, are incredible, and, like, especially, like, just, like, there's one, like, the ending scene of this next arc is one of my favorite, like, moments in Star Wars and in television. It's just, like, it gives me goosebumps every time. I'm looking forward to talking about this, and also I don't know where our conversation is going to go, because I feel like this is a very important arc for both of us, like, personally.
Yes.
And
I've alluded to that already.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that more.
Yeah.
Next time, but, like,
do we just want to crush the whole arc next time? Not because we have it split up right now.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Let's crush it.
Like, we'll just.
It would feel weird to just, like, take a 1 week hiatus between. Yeah, we should just crush it
in the middle of this arc, especially. Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, with that, join us next time when we'll be talking about the Clone Wars Season 5, the finale arc, episodes 17 through 20. Sabotage, The Jedi Who Knew Too Much, To Catch a Jedi, and The Wrong Jedi. Did you know, fun fact, that the titles of those Clone Wars episodes are all homages to Hitchcock.
Ah.
Yeah, because like The Jedi Who Knew Too Much is a reference to The Man Who Knew Too Much, which is a Hitchcock movie. Yeah. To Catch a Jedi is a reference to Catch a Thief, etc. Yeah. So it's a very Hitchcockian thriller sort of series of episodes. Yes. Some of the best episodes, some of the best Star Wars. That's it. It's some of the best Clone Wars, some of the best Star Wars. We get to go really in deep with Ahsoka and with like the problems with the Jedi Order as a whole and with this war, and we get some cool fights, we get political intrigue, we get betrayal, we get Asajj Ventress comes back. She's cool. Always. So, just some cool stuff. We get Anakin being all Angie.
Annie.
Angie. Well, all right. Thank you for joining us all. Take care of yourselves. Get some good sleep. Sleep is getting good sleep, getting a good amount of sleep. Mm-hmm. Good quality sleep, all very important.
Yep.
For a growing boy. I assume whoever's listening to this right now is a growing boy.
Yep.
But
if you weren't before, you are now.
Now you're a growing boy. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, full-grown women listen to this podcast. Nope.
Sorry,
you
Mom.
are now a growing boy. Yeah. That's probably just it. It's Mom. Yep.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a good week. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, cut the chatter. Roger.